I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Is this thing on? Okay, we're good. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the host of the ADHD Life podcast, Malachi speaking. Yes, I look tired, as you can see, but that's because I don't sleep. Thanks to my awesome neighbors. Anyway, as you can see, well, you can't see. The microphone is set up right here. So if you see me talking like this from time to time, just pretty warning, microphone set up right there. I do have my Shure. I do have my Shure now, Shure MV7. All I'm missing is the cloud lifter, which amplifies the sound, and it'll definitely help. Definitely help. Then you guys can get a visual. Maybe I should just hold this right here. I mean, you guys won't be able to know the difference, but once I edit the sound, it's gonna sound pretty professional. So, how's everybody been? How's everybody doing? Like, oh my gosh, it's been so long. I say that like it's been years, but no, it really hasn't. It's only been a week. Well, sometimes a week can feel like very, very long. So something interesting happened. I watched somebody rip their bumper off of their car. Well, it was dangling. They basically hit a Yui in front of me, right? And because they were impatient, they ripped the front bumper off of their car. Like, I'm trying to, I'm driving the speed limit. They see me coming. They pop a Yui and they hit the curb. And when I saw that bumper disconnect from one side, I was like, uh oh. Somebody's got to pay for that. And it's like, I've been talking about impatience, man, for a while now. Like, people are just so impatient these days. Just so impatient. I mean, I'm guilty of it myself, but I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I'm trying to. I'm trying to do better about my impatience. It's not helping, man. I mean, ripping the bumper off your car is a bit much. Like, all you had to do was wait, and you could have did a nice a cleaner Yui at that. This one was like kind of rugged. It was like that, and then you know, now you gotta spend what? How much are bumpers these days? $100. You gotta spend $100 on a front bumper. If you got lights in it, you gotta get those replaced because you probably ripped those out. You probably rip the wiring from those. Then you gotta get a paint job on that. Like impatience is just it's costing too much, and I've had my fair share of impatience, and like I said, it's cost me a lot. Now I'm praying for this person. I don't know if it was a male or female, but I'm praying for him, because that's a hefty bill. I had to pay for a quarter panel for my Cavalier, my '04 Cavalier, right? Somebody had backed into me when I was at school, but nobody said anything. So it's like, you know what? It's okay. It's all right. I paid for it. It was about $50, and then luckily we had a shop where you can go get your spray for your wow, my vision just got super clear. I'm so happy. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. It's getting weird. It's because of this light right here. I got a light. I wish you guys could see that, but and it just nobody wants to see the. I'll take pictures. How about that? I'll take pictures. My brain's going like. But anyway, we had a shop in Virginia where we could, you can get paint for your car and you can spray paint whatever you need, basically. So I basically got. I need to stop saying basically. I got the paint that I needed for my car, spray painted it, and you couldn't tell the difference. You really couldn't. I mean, it was spot on. It was that good. It cost me what, maybe 20, $30? $30 for a little spray. I kept it for a while, but until I had to get rid of the Cavalier, I was like, well, I don't need this can anymore, so I tossed that. But the point is, I wasn't about to get a whole new paint job because that was going to cost me what, $500 to about $1,000. I'm not sure how much paint jobs are nowadays, but And you gotta let your insurance know, hey, my car is this color now, and the DMV. I mean, I don't think you have to let them know, but I mean, I feel like the proper way to go about things would be to let them know. You know, yeah, it's been a pretty successful week at work. I gotta get up early tomorrow though, so I'm kind of dreading that. I mean, I should really be in the bed right now, but hey, I gotta get this podcast done because I made a commitment to you all. Made a commitment, and I'm gonna honor my commitment. But yeah, it's been a pretty successful week. I've learned a lot. I'm getting faster. I'm learning a lot more. Just overall good week. I'm grateful for that because Lord knows it's been some really, really tough, troubling weeks. It's always hard in the beginning, man. I'm trying to tell you, especially when you're learning a new field, you're trying to get your mind out of the warehouse. Well, for me, I'm trying to relearn, not relearn. I'm trying to learn how to do a new trade because I went from machining to working into a warehouse. Now, from warehouse, I'm going to what's the correct terminology? Remodeling. Okay, construction basically. Except this has to go. This deals with your home, like bathrooms, um, tubs, shower, toilet, vanity, painting, setting tile, making hot mud to patch holes in the walls, and cuts. You know, you definitely have your cuts. Um, Kitchens, decks. I mean, it's a whole new ball game, and I'm grateful for my boss training me on all these things. It's wonderful. You know, it's it's a blessing. For him to be able to pay me what he's paying me, and train me at the same time. I'm extremely grateful for that. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, pretty successful week, pretty solid week. I mean, last week I did step in some self leveling for him, but we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, last week was a little. uh, oh yeah, I got the lights going in the back for y'all. Just spice it up a little bit because I got curtains back there. No, I know the focus is supposed to be here, but sometimes people like to look at the background, and if I can, give y'all a little razzle dazzle in the background, help use, make the episode more exciting, that's what I'll do. This is day 8 of my breakup, and my mental is a little wonky. It's a little wonky. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's really hard. Um, Trying to stay focused, trying to block out all thoughts of you shouldn't have did that. She was a good girl. Why'd you break up with her? I mean, I don't think I said that on the podcast. Yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend for personal reasons. I mean, honestly, I'm I wasn't happy, and it's a mutual understanding. She understands that I wasn't happy, and we're still friends. There's nobody's tired. It wasn't like you see on TV where I hate you. I can't believe you did that to me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna kill your car. I'm gonna throw you outside. Like no, there was none of that. I mean, forgive me. I like to do little skits like that. That stuff cracks me up, man. That stuff cracks me up. Oh. uh, but yeah, man, it's for the best. I mean, things happen for a reason, and honestly, there's no blad. I just made up a word, blad. There's no bad blood between the two of us, and here in a couple months, we'll be doing our own thing, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and hopefully, we can remain friends through the end of it. But my mental, usually after a breakup, I listen to like a lot of sad music, and I've been avoiding that like it's the plague. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that because you get stuck in here, man. behind. It's like I'm behind the bars. Like this is me. These are the bars, and like the bars are like protecting me from the outside world. Like I can hear things, but I can't really hear, and like somebody else is taking control. Somebody else is driving the wheel, and I don't like that feeling at all whatsoever. I go to like a very very dark place, and it feels good to not be there for once. It feels really good. That's progress. Because 6 years ago, 5 years ago, F you, F your mom, F your daddy, F your grandma. I'm having sex with all your friends. I was very toxic. Let's just say God has brought me a long way from where I used to be. And I'm grateful for that. So, just trying to stay positive, focus on what God wants me to do, and live life. Enjoy the 20s, man. Enjoy it. Just really enjoy it. I had a customer tell me I need to grow my hair back out, man. That's how you get all the ladies. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but I'm not really, you know, I don't want to grow my hair out because, for one, who's going to maintain that? Who's going to take care of it? Because I don't want to do that. I did that for years. I'm not doing that anymore, man. I'm beyond that. Unless I find somebody that's going to, just like take care of my hair for me every morning and every night or every time I have to go somewhere, okay, sure, I'll grow my hair back out. But until then, no. Because see right here, this is this is my hairline right here. I just shaved it yesterday, so it's kind of hard to see. But you got this side that's like right here, right, and then this side's like up here. That's not okay. That is not okay. I remember, what was it, before COVID, right, or was it during COVID? I want to say it was during COVID. Like I went to go see my parents, and I had like a nice little layer of hair. And my dad, he was looking at my head, right? He's like, you won't lie, huh? And he was just laughing for like 30 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Come on, man. That's not cool. And I know he's just busting my chops. I'm trying to, get a rise out of me and stuff. That's our relationship. That's just like we like to fuck with each other. Excuse my language. Still working on me. But yeah, it's the hair's not coming back anytime soon. If I have anything to do with it, it's not coming back. I'm just gonna keep shaving it. I'm just gonna keep shaving it. I got to hang out with some friends over the weekend. That was pretty good. That was needed. It was definitely needed. I might have drank a little too much, but it's okay. It's all right. I didn't get sick or anything or put myself in harm's way, so I feel good. I feel great. I mean, I kind of regret drinking that much because I was on a bender, where I was like, I wasn't drinking at all. It got to the point where I wasn't smoking and I wasn't drinking, and I didn't need that to like get through, my week, my day, because after a long day, most people they want to have a little smoke, a little puff puff, a little. Some people want to go to the bar, get a little drink or whatever, and just have a good time, chill out, relax. That's how they did it on TVs. They showed you uh they showed us, the guy going to the refrigerator, drinking a beer, kicking off his shoes, laying in his chair after a long day, and it's just like, so growing up, it's like, I can't wait till I'm an adult so I can do that stuff. And then I did it, and it's like, this is disgusting, for one, and why do people do this? How do they do this? And then the older you get, it's like, I think I'll take that drink. It may taste disgusting going in, but I'll feel a lot better once it's going down. Just you feel the oh I just thought of a random thought, but anyway, I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna save that for later. I'm getting better, but yeah, I was sober for a little bit. I don't know what happened. I'm still trying to figure it out. That way I can get back to my sobriety. It's pretty good. I will say I do work out, so it's not like I'm just drinking and hold on. The screen went black. That's never good. Come on, don't do that to me now. It's like HDMI signal lost. All right, we're back after. Oh, there we go. It stopped recording. Like once the screen goes, it's just like, all right, we're done doing our job here. We're just gonna shut down. I'm glad it stopped, but at the same time, I'm not like I gotta figure something out for that because that was weird. I've never had to do that before. Maybe it's because I like move the mouse every couple of minutes. Is this okay? Does my face look a lot better when I get closer to the screen? I wish I could cue music right there. Anyway, speaking of looking at my face, look. All right, so I had a beard last time and I had a mustache. See what had happened was I was shaving my head, and I like to shave, in the shower because it's a lot. It's so much easier. You just wash your head, alcohol. Well, shave, alcohol, wash, boom, bada bing. You're done. You ain't gotta worry about cleanup or none of that. You just take the hose and drain it if it gets. Just get it done, right? And my hand slipped, and I ended up shaving half of my mustache. Not the mustache, the beard. It was just like the razor. Well, let me find something for razor. We're gonna use my glasses. It was like shoot. This is my face. Okay, so I tried lining up the other side. It was a nightmare. It was a disaster. Every time I would try to take off too much on this side, or it'd be too much on this side and not enough, and I couldn't get it even. So I was like, what, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing over summer. It's gonna give you a little patch, a little patch, right? A little patch. Forgive me if I got any bats in the cage. And then yesterday, right, I was shaving. I got my mustache looking good. So I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Then took a shower, got back out, looked at it again. I'm like, that just doesn't look right. It just one side looks a little thicker than the other. So I went to go adjusting it, and then I forgot my hair grows unevenly. So I have to cut it a certain way to make it look full. If I'm gonna do like, like the little thin stash that I do. People that know me, they know what I'm talking about. Like where I do the little thin stash, right? Because I can grow like, you see, uh, pretty sizable, pretty decent sized mustache. Um, but yeah, I went too thin one side, and then I was trying to touch it up. Then I took off way too much on the other side, and it was just a constant back and forth trying to get it to match. And then when I finally got it to match, it was just like I gave it another look, and it was where my hair. It was one of those spots where the hair does not grow evenly. It's like you have a long piece here, and then you have short pieces here. But if you cut that long piece, it leaves a patch. It leaves like an opening. So it looks like I clipped myself, and it's like that's not. Just shave it off and let it grow back. So we're gonna have to start over the mustache again. I tried. That's all we can do, man. That's all we can do. And I would rather spend what, $20 on razors every. No, it's $36. $36 on razors every. I don't go through a lot of razors, so like I'm gonna say like every 4 months, which is phenomenal. All right, that's perfect. $36 every 4 months. That is 36, 36, 2, 72, 72 plus 8, 108. Or is that 98? It's too late to be doing math, but anyway. No, I gotta figure that out. I gotta write this one down. 1 second. 72, 3, 6. Yeah, I was right. 108. 108. All right, so I'd rather spend 108 every. All right, that's 108 once a year. $100, $108 once a year for just razors, okay? And that's if I'm going through like their big pack, and I use the Gillette Fusion, Pro Glide and get the 36 pack. And I don't really, like I said, I don't really use a lot of razors. That's a rough number. That's a really rough number. Like, I could honestly, I probably won't even, it'd probably be every 6 months that I need to go get a pack. So, versus going to the barber shop and paying, what, 20 to 40 every 2 weeks just to, keep it clean. And that math adds up really fast. There's 4 weeks in a month, depending on which month it is. So that's $80 if it's 40. Depends on when you go, who you know, and stuff like that. But here, where I get my haircut, it's like $40. Because if I'm gonna go in, I can't just get the hair done and then have my eyebrows be looking janky and my beard looking all messed up. I gotta get the whole thing. If I'm going for greatness and sexiness, I gotta get the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, I used to spend a lot of money on getting my hair done and cut, just to make it look neat, man. Because you can't be looking rough. You can't be looking rough and own a business. So I'm happy spending my $108 every year on razors. So far, so good. I mean, hey, I've been getting good, compliments from that. But I feel like I'm straying away from my topics down here. I almost bought a baby chicken today. Those things are so cute, man. Like, they're so adorable. They're just sitting there, tweet, 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 tweet. And then when they sit there and they're sleeping, they just something about them baby chickens. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it. Just to have a pet chicken. Who has a pet chicken, right? Something exotic, something different. Everybody has a dog. Everybody has a cat. Everybody has a snake or a lizard. I mean, but nobody has a baby chicken. Nobody has a pet chicken. So I'm just like, maybe I could take home a baby chicken, raise it, teach it a couple of tricks if possible. Dude, the possibilities are endless. Like, and I went in the Track Supply for dog food and I almost bought a baby chicken. I gotta get it together. I gotta get it together. We're moving out. So this fabulous studio that I have put together will soon no longer exist. And that makes me kind of sad. Because I worked really, really hard on this. I worked really hard on this one. Like, this is the second, this is the second time I have to break the studio down. Because it used to be in the room that's adjacent to this wall. But now, that's now my brother's room. So I have to move the studio into here. And then I have to sound map everything. Eliminate all of the extra frequencies and echoes that I was getting. And that's been a pain in the abacus. See what I did there? I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm gonna miss it. I mean, my neighbors may be a pain in the abacus, but it's not worth it, man. It really isn't. I'm looking for something where I can just chill for a minute, build up some money, and this place, it's not it. I mean, I don't get any sleep, well, barely, because the neighbors, they wake up before us. And it's a constant stomp, 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 stomp. And it's like, you don't realize how heavy y'all's feet are. Like, I'm respectful. Once 11 o'clock hits, music, movies, all that, the sound level gets cut in half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to be respectful as possible because I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me, And I guess this is just like my first time with bad neighbors because everybody else I've been neighbors with, they've been pretty reasonable, It's like they don't mind the music because it sounds good. And they know that I turn it off at a certain hour so that they can get their rest as well, I'm not going to be sitting there just blasting music because I can, because I will, And it's like, no. Because I want my sleep. I value sleep. I mean, At one point, I didn't care about sleep, but now it's like I need sleep. I need sleep. I need sleep. How am I supposed to get through the day without my sleep, man? So, so neighbors, yeah, they still suck. I'm not even gonna say anything to the landlord people anymore because they're not gonna do anything. They want me to call the police, get them involved, and I'm like, all you have to do is tell them to shut their trap, pick up their feet, or something. Give us a different apartment, something. This is ridiculous, man. How you expect the rent to get paid if I don't get no sleep? You ever think about that one? Huh? No, they don't think about that. But yeah, they was like, we don't blame you for leaving. We completely understand. I mean, we wish we could do something, but we didn't make the rules. We just have to enforce them, and we do apologize. And I was like, that's fair. That's okay. I respect that. I mean, old me would have been like, these mothers. Tell you what. Oh, this has been fun. This has been really fun. I'm glad I'm able to do the video podcast now. The wait was definitely worth it. I think it was worth it. How about y'all? Let me know in the comments if it was worth it or not. I mean, I lost my train of thought. That's why it's called ADHD to life, baby. Yeah. I feel good. I feel great. Thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of ADHD to Life podcast, where we talk about any and everything in my life. Oh, one more thing before I go. Oh, the Batman movie, yo. I'm about to go see that with my boy Ivan. Shout out to Ivan, man. He's been my friend since. That's been my boy since what? Sixth grade? That was 2011. I want to say 2011. We've been friends for 11 years now, or is it? We didn't start school till May, or was it earlier? Yeah, we started school in. No. We don't start school in May. We got out in May. That's when we graduated high school. Not high school. Yeah, we graduated high school. Graduated from middle school in May. So we must have started in like August. So here in a couple of months, we will have been friends for 12 years. No, 11. Started 2011. It's 2022. That's 10, 11. Or is it 2010? It might have been 2010. I think I got the years mixed up. But anyway, man, I want to say that's one of the. He's one of the couple of friends that I do have left that I've known that long. Like, that's a blessing right there. Most people 30 seconds and they gone. For him to put up me for that long, and that's awesome. We're going to go see the new Batman movie. I'm not sure how to feel about this new Batman because I grew up with Christian Bale. And I'm like, okay, yes, you're Batman. Got it. 10-year-old me is like, okay, Christian Bale's Batman. 15-year-old me, okay, Ben Affleck's Batman. Okay, all right, we'll see how this goes. Now we got the dude from Twilight is Batman. It's like, if I had hair, I'd rip it out. Hopefully it'll be a good movie. I mean, I don't mind superhero movies. I mean, I understand the actors get old or they get bored or their contract runs out, and it just breaking my heart. Because I grew up on superhero movies, and like I still feel some type of way about Hugh Jackman. I still feel some type of way about Hugh Jackman not being Wolverine anymore. Then I read an article. Hold on. Over here, over sensitive Sally over here. This software is something else, I tell you. Okay, and we're back recording in three, two, one. Let's get this show on the road. It's taking its sweet merry time. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. My favorite actor, Hugh Jackman. He was a Wolverine for like a really long time, and then they did the movie Logan, where they, or he was basically, passing the claws off to the younger actress. I'm not sure what her name is, but yeah, kudos to her. I hope she, continues the legacy of Wolverine and all that good stuff. But I was sad, because you grow up with certain people being like certain actors playing your favorite hero. Like I grew up with Christian Bale being the Batman, right? And then it was Ben Affleck. Then you have Superman. I'm not sure what his name is. Henry Cavill, Cameron, no, Henry something. Henry Calvin, something like that. Anyway, Spider Man, Tobey Maguire. Then it was Andrew Garfield. Then new guy, Tom Holland. I think that's his name. Yeah, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Okay, perfect. Who else? I love my superheroes, man. I was a nerd for that stuff. I was a geek, man. It's just hard to say goodbye to that stuff, seeing these actors leave and then venture on to different projects, and then you've got new people coming in and trying to fill those fill the shoes, fill the full shoes. I think that makes sense. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's like they're trying to fill a void that they can't fill because when you're a kid, everything is just like amplified. Then like this, how do I explain that? For those who know, you know what I'm trying to get at. But for those who don't, I do apologize. I wish I could explain it, but I just you have to know, Like think about your favorite superhero decides like, all right, I'm done with this project. We're gonna move on to the next great thing. And yeah, it sounds kind of selfish. It really does. So I guess I'm selfish now. Go figure. um, and then they decide they want to do other projects, but you don't want them to do other projects. You want them to be Spider-Man or Wolverine, for example. You want them to stay doing that, but ultimately you can't, get your way. I just started coloring. All right, that's a sign that I need to get off of here because I should not be coloring while doing a podcast. All right, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I was gonna say shout out to everybody who helped put this together, but I'll just give myself a pat on the back. Hey man, y'all have a blessed week. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. Don't do drugs, and pray. All right, we're done.